In a moving ceremony at his residence, Israeli President Shimon Peres presented the 2012 Beautiful Israel Award to Keren Keyemet L Israel, or the Jewish National Fund. The award, given out since 1977, goes to those who've made significant and unique contributions to the quality of life and the environment in Israel. KKL-JNF more than qualifies. The nonprofit, which is celebrating its 110th anniversary this year, has a long history of buying, developing, and beautifying the land of Israel.
And the Keren Keyemet of Israel was the organization that bought the land that later on all the refugees that came from the Holocaust, from the fire, from all those places in Europe came to Israel, and we have to establish new kibbutzim, moshavim, etc., etc. And more than 100 villages were established by Keren Keyemet L Israel in those days, just after 1948, and before all what we are called Choma u'Migdal, those places that 60 places were established before 1948 by Keren Keyemet L Israel for Jewish people who came to Israel in the Aliyot.
We met Efi Stenzler, the world chairman of KKL-JNF, at the organization's historic headquarters in Tel Aviv. Today, most of the building is a museum that showcases how the land buying fund helped new immigrants transform much of the arid and uninhabitable terrain of Israel into fertile land that could support thriving communities. This KKL-JNF office also housed Israel's provisional government under David Ben-Gurion 6 months before the state was declared. It was in this very room that Ben-Gurion signed Israel's Declaration of Independence. By that time, KKL-JNF had already been around for more than 45 years. It was established in 1901 at the 5th Zionist Congress in Basel. Viennese professor Zvi Shapira, with the support of Theodor Herzl, decided to raise money from Jews the world over in order to buy land in Israel from Arabs and others. The tin blue donation box soon became the iconic symbol of KKL-JNF. The collection boxes were put on corners in every corner of the world. They represented the dream of rebuilding the Jewish homeland. By the time Israel declared its independence in 1948, KKL-JNF had bought nearly 1 million dunams of land stretching from the north to the south. From its earliest days, KKL-JNF made the forestation of Israel a top priority. I'm standing here among the pine trees in Jerusalem's forest, but this is really just one example. Over the last 110 years, the organization has planted 240 million trees from the north in the Carmel region to the south near Eilat. The trees have given Israel's once barren hills and valleys a plush green beauty and preserved vital ecosystems. Today, the pioneering spirit of KKL-JNF can be felt in every part of the country. They've built more than 1,000 communities, more than 1,000 parks, playgrounds, and recreation centers, free places where Israelis can enjoy picnics, hiking, and bike paths. KKL-JNF has also played a key role in helping Israel make the most of its limited freshwater resources.
We are doing reservoirs of water, recycling water. We made till today 240 reservoirs that are supplying more than 50% for the agriculture of Israel. We are recycling 87% from the gray water of Israel. We are #1 in the world. Another thing that we are doing, we are making the desert flourishing. We are fighting against the desert by desertification without to make any damage. We are talking about a sustainable system.
Environmentalists at KKL-JNF have become world experts in water recycling, drip irrigation, and forestry. They've shared their pioneering techniques with countless countries around the world, from Africa to South America. and even with countries who publicly shun Israel and have no diplomatic ties.
One of the greatest Muslim countries in the world, we send to them a team that teach them, to learn them, how to plant trees in places that are almost without any drop of rain.
Is he talking about Saudi Arabia? Maybe. Showing the world Israel's creativity and innovation was one of the reasons Shimon Peres said KKL-JNF deserved to win the Israel Beautiful Award. With an annual budget of about $250 million, what's next for the organization as it passes the milestone of 110 years? The answer? Developing the Negev. The vast desert area makes up 60% of Israel's land, but only 8% of Israelis live there. Ben-Gurion said, and he was correct. He said, without the Negev, we will not have Tel Aviv as well. We cannot have here, between Hadera and Gedera, 4.5 million people. We have to bring more and more people to the Negev. More and more commerce will be in the Negev, but we have to prepare the Negev. Preparing the Negev has led KKL-JNF to develop 6 communities in the desert area. Number 7, called Karmit, is almost finished and reportedly has 2,500 people on the waiting list.
Israel once was a paradise. We want to make Israel again to be a paradise.
A lofty goal. Jordana Miller, JN1, Jerusalem.